What's up, gang? Hope you're doing well. A couple of you have been asking my final thought. I guess it's kind of final thoughts or just thoughts on this next episode of TJass. This is my first pro basketball game. I'm not sure when this video, it only came out maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen it yet, but I don't think he's played a game throughout the whole season. I checked the last time we did a video on TJass. It was like halfway through or 3/4 of the way through the CBL season. He still hadn't played a game, so I went and checked, and he still hasn't played an official game like on their roster. So I'm interested if this is like a scrimmage or something, but he does say it's his first pro game. Anyways, you guys want me to check it out. I've loved these this first video or so that he's done with this overseas thing. So
post high school, Tristan decided,
is it still overseas if it's Canada?
To pursue content full-time instead of playing collegiate basketball, and this panned out to be a great decision.
I'll skip the intro because I'm pretty sure this is the same one from the first video. Oh, episode 3. So yeah, that's right.
Slept good, still a little tired though.
Exactly how I feel.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like I thought I slept good, but I'm still like tired as hell.
Yeah, it's one of those mornings.
Yeah, so but
and I want you guys to watch his channel, watch the whole video. So if you want to watch the whole thing, go check him out. I'm just gonna skip through parts.
Do your hamstring full range of motion, very light. Just getting you prepped ready for the game tomorrow.
cool.
Cool?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right,
Let's do it.
Bring the arms in. Yeah, there you go.
This is something I would highly recommend if players are playing every single day, or if basketball is something you want to do for a career, you think you'll play for a long time. I never did any of this stuff. This is not going to make you a better athlete necessarily. It's not going to make you, you're not going to see the results straight away, but it's definitely something that will prolong your career and make sure you come out the other end of your career in a lot better shape. So for me, I really missed out on the stretching and mobility and range of motion sort of exercises. And towards the end of my career, once COVID happened, I tried to come back after COVID, and like my joints and Achilles and everything was just like, it was torched. It was so hard to come back, and I was only able to do like half a season, but my body basically broke down. I wouldn't say too early. I was lucky to still have, I played 8 years or something like that, but so many players nowadays are being able to play for so long because they do this sort of stuff and take care of their bodies. Something I wish I would have done. Highly recommend players do that sort of stuff. I did do the weights.
Just a little tight, but not bad.
Like, tired about to hurt?
No, just tight. Show the world what these pro hoopers are going through, man. How they do this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hold that. Put your arms, your elbows on here. So hold it out. And then I want you to run 5 seconds as fast as you can. Okay.
Pretty cool. So yeah, I did the weights and all that. I just didn't do the stretching, mobility kind of recovery that I needed to do. And everyone, a lot of people, again, I feel like I have to restate my opinion every single time. Do I think TJass is this basketball god that just should have made it to the NBA and they were hating on it? No, I don't. I don't want anyone to misconstrue the way I feel about like athletes, right? But I also have taken this approach of like, the game of basketball is beautiful. There's so many different ways to play it. I don't have this scarce mentality of like, well, if this guy gets something, then I won't have that. I think what TJass has done for the game is amazing. The amount of young kids that watch basketball only because they saw his trick shots or whatever. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome that he's doing this series where he's going into a pro environment and being able to show some behind the scenes. So showing people that would never have access to this, just showing like what it's like behind the scenes. My issue I have, my contention I have, and again, this rubs people the wrong way because like for whatever reason, you can't have opinions about someone without it being an attack on their character. I think he's a great guy. I don't know him. He seems awesome, like everything he does. The part I don't like is that, and I think that's where this video is going, where he says like, this is my first pro game, or I signed a pro contract, or I'm playing professionally whatever. Like, I think when you're kind of disingenuous, not disingenuous, but you're kind of misleading your audience. So there's a lot of guys that are doing this full time, and this is their job, this is their life. Like, they've worked their ass off, they've sacrificed to get to this spot and be in this scenario, and then to come in with cameras, it's great for him and it's great for you guys. But there's also other people there that have given him this opportunity. There's other people there that are a part of this that don't necessarily like that feeling of someone coming into your space and being like, yeah, I play pro, I do this, pro this, pro this, pro this. And you've been working your whole life to have this roster spot. And then this guy doesn't actually ever play a professional game. And then the amount of people talking about this isn't a real league or this is nonsense, whatever, you're just like, this is a lot of attention that I kind of didn't want. So I think there's a balance that kind of needs to be struck, and hopefully he does it this video. I haven't seen the whole thing, but hopefully there's a balance and a little bit of humility that comes with it too, of like appreciating what these guys that are playing overseas, like appreciating what they're doing and what their lives are like. Again, I've been there. I understand, like, it's your own personal journey, but like appreciating what these guys are doing and then keeping it separate from what he's doing. So if this does happen to be just a huge publicity stunt, that's also okay. I would probably do the same thing if I were in his shoes. Like, I don't have an issue with that, but I do have an issue with kind of, it almost belittles what the other guys have done that are really doing it or really do have their necks on the line. It's the only part I don't like about it.
Put everything on the outside, leave it there.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I've seen videos of this guy, and I wonder if he's got popular. I've seen shorts of this guy. I wonder if has he gotten popular because of these videos?
Step up the court, be fully available. You know, bring out all of your talent, all of your greatness. So when we do this, it's really, really
just
short.
Chilling, man. Just chilling, man.
Something different
Having a good day, man.
Today, it's something that I'm sure all of you guys have done at some point, and if you haven't,
Skip. I do think the mental aspect of it is super important too. Again, this is a lot of people don't understand. Like, when you do this full time, like, you can't spend 8 hours a day on the court. It's like, what are you doing the rest of that time? And it's like, there's the mental side of it, there's game film, there's recovery, there's the weights, there's the conditioning, there's the planning your meals, planning, you know, your team, being at your team practice stuff. There's a lot more that goes into it. So this is the part I really do like about this project. This is, I can't remember what we called this drill in high school, Tennessee or something. It's funny, all of our drills were like Tennessee, Oklahoma, Kansas, Kentucky. Had nothing to do with those states. It's our boy Mitch Creek again. Ozzy.
It's a lot, man, trying to learn all these new different plays and shit, trying to make sure, like, I know what I'm supposed to do when I have the ball.
This is another thing that's super underrated, like, especially guys that do, like a Mitch Creek. He's probably played on, how many professional teams has this guy played on? 20? He's probably played on 20 at least. So some people will only go their whole lives, their perspective of basketball will only be what they had in high school, and it might have been just one coach they ever had. And those people will go out in the world and be like, no, I know all these things about basketball. But someone like a Mitch Creek, for example, he's probably played on like 20 professional teams. So he's got his teams he played on when he was younger, college, now he's gone pro. He's played on 20, 30, 40 different teams. He's had to learn plays. He's had to learn how cultures are built and broken and fall apart, and success and failures. And he's got such a big perspective of basketball. And for someone like Tristan, this would be a big deal. Like, dude, they're just telling me to lift from the corner, and that I'm supposed to drop it into the post, and then every time we drop it into the post, our rules are to cut to the middle, and once you cut to the middle, you've got 2 seconds before you got to clear out to the opposite corner. If you're ever in the corner, you're supposed to back screen for the wing. Like, all these team rules where he's just like, this is too much, you know, this is a lot. Like, that's something that just comes with the territory too, that, again, I think this is good for people to see.
And when I don't have the ball,
I was like, I said, oh, let me
No.
And that's why when people are like, J.R. Smith was dumb, I'm like, well, no, he made some dumb mistakes, but he was in the NBA. He had a long NBA career. He couldn't have been too dumb. Like, there's some things he's obviously understands.
I could have blocked
It was too late. It was already in the rim.
You should have channeled your inner Chris Middleton.
Yeah, and do all your shit.
I was like, I pulled up, the locker room was locked. Like, I thought this was an optional shooter. I thought people were going to be here shooting, but guess not.
That's another thing. Overseas, I mean, it's changing a little bit, but when I was playing, no one wore this is such an American thing, like wearing your headphones in warm-ups. Maybe before the game, but when I'd go to another stadium and I'd be warming up. If I had my headphones in, I'd look down at the other end and it'd be like the other import. But everyone else, they don't have their headphones in. They're just like, they're just warming up without. I think times have changed a little bit, but that was always funny. You could tell who was American just by looking down at the other end who had their headphones on. And then I never would have them on when the rest of the team was on the court. But there's a lot of guys that wear headphones with their team on the court. And I know as an old school coach, I'm just like, those off, get those out of here. It just, they all already think we're too arrogant.
I don't know what the lineup's going to be. I don't know how much time we're going to get. I really know nothing, so just got to be prepared at all times and putting in the work.
He has to understand that in order to be able to just relax, be himself, and take the veil away, and just be Tristan. Like who's TJass? Like Tristan, not the YouTuber.
And that's the thing too. People hate on LeBron for this. They'll be like, man, he always does that for the camera. He's acting for the camera. He's doing this for the content, whatever. Yeah, his whole life has been in front of a camera. It's all he knows. I feel the same way about TJass. It's like when people were like, he's only doing this for the looks or for the views or for the camera. I'm like, yeah, that's his whole life. That's his whole career. That's what he knows. So I do think there's an element of like, if you want to really succeed at a different thing, take the skills that you learned in this space, but you can't take this space into that environment. You can't be a full-time YouTuber and a basketball player. And this is one of my biggest issues with is like, anytime you look at someone else's profession from the outside, it looks really easy. People that do taxes, you're like, well, you just sit down in front of a computer all day. That's all you do. But if you ever had to go into their workplace and someone just drops a load of files on your desk and it's like, all right, need those by 3 p.m. You'd be like, what? I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do all these calculations and dig into this business's financials, and I don't know the tax records, and I don't know the laws around. Like, there's so much that you don't realize. Same thing here. Everything TJass has done to get where he's at, to become a YouTuber and famous, like, views and always doing things for the content, like it burns you out. It's a lot. Your brain is always on, like you're always thinking, you're always like looking for a new angle. But at the same time, if you want to really dedicate yourself to basketball and improving basketball, you got to have that same mentality. You can't juggle these things full time. You got to fully commit. So again, I do think this was mainly for views and to shed the light on things. I don't like how it's kind of like backdoors his way in there and then says like, oh, like I signed this pro contract. It was these other things like, no, we're not. Just be honest. Just be honest with what it is. Be transparent what it is. This is still a great project. This is still awesome. But Mitch Creek is 100% right. Like, if you want to be successful at this, like you're going to have to strip away that YouTube persona sometimes. Because you're jumping into someone else's space. Like Mitch Creek is the TJass of
crazy, man.
Australian basketball, you know? I'm not saying he's a content creator. What I mean is like TJass is like one of the top tier basketball content creators. Well, Mitch Creek is one of the top tier basketball players. So in his profession, he's top tier. And TJazz's profession, he's top tier. So it's like you're stepping into a different person's domain. You gotta learn the ropes.
You can tell by going up there, an hour before. Everybody's out, everybody's excited, right? It's a long day. Game day is long. We'll get our operations and our routines down, but let's stay calm and relax, right? This is an opportunity for us to get better and build chemistry. Like, those are the two biggest things: us to get better and build chemistry. Okay?
It's funny. I do think if you want to have a successful organization, you have to have the GM or the president be on the same page with like the coach, the basketball minds, so people with the basketball operations. This is one of the big issues you see is like these two usually butt heads. So he's like, oh, I'll just be both.
This game today, right, for us is about our values. We've been practicing hard. Let's get back to our values, right? Talk to each other out there. We'll be
This is crazy. If this isn't a real game, this is insane, the amount of preparation that's going into this.
Win on three. 1, 2, 3. Win.
All right, we got 2 new winners for the Mr. Beast money giveaway.
Okay. Love what you're doing.
Thanks for being here.
I'm so excited.
I didn't win.
Appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna get warm. Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
That is cool. This is the part of basketball that I like, right? I can be a gatekeeper all I want, but I mean, look at this. Look at all these kids that probably wouldn't have come to this game if TJass wasn't here. He's got his parents there. This is what sports is all about, guys.
Pre-game lift ever. Good? Yeah. Not much. Just get the body going a little bit.
So a couple things. As a player, if you're prepping for a game, like I could never just get engaged with the crowd. I was like locked into what I'm doing. And there's probably a lot of guys on his team like that. For TJass, like this is a normal thing. And I played with some players that got engaged with the crowd quite a bit, but for him, it's all about this. So this is the dynamic that would probably be weird if he was on the team full time.
Yeah. So now that I'm like done doing my warm up, do I just chill in here? Do I chill out there? What do I?
It's so funny, all this
Had
stuff.
to do a little bit of studying last night, looking at all these plays. When I am the point guard or bringing up the ball, this is what I do. When I'm not bringing up the ball and I'm off the ball, what the hell am I doing? So I'm like kind of learning like 2 things at once while I'm learning the offense, you know what I mean? So
Pre-game meal right here. This new flavor's so good. Pink grapefruit, fire. The calm before the storm. Can't even believe it. Got to make at least one. If I get in there, you know. Hey, I got 100 for whoever catches a body too. Whoever catches a body, I got a $100 bill for him, USD.
All right, fellas, here we go.
All right, let's get into the game. Man, this is dope.
First day as a team, right? We've been training them, but this is what matters. It doesn't matter who our opponent is, we have to step the up on defense. Help the guy next to you.
Who is the opponent?
Running transition, have some fun, share the ball. All together we do this. Day 1, let's go. Bandits, 1, 2, 3.
All right, here we go. Is this who's this team? This thing looks like it says Bandits as well. Yeah, they're also the Bandits. Is this like their B team or youth league team? They might have like a youth league team, like under 23s. All right, well, let's skip ahead a little bit. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like a preseason. This seems like a preseason game or like a scrimmage. It's pretty packed though. It's a pretty packed stadium. Hey. Alright, we're not going to break down much. Just because like these camera angles are live. I kind of want to see when he plays. Oh, he's about to go in.
So base always starts with a handoff, right? Got it.
He's still trying to learn the plays. It's a lot, I'm telling you. When you step into a new playing environment.
Mike. You got runner. Runner? Yeah, that's up. I'm a Kyle.
playing against his own or something?
Good shot, Tyrese. Make the next one. Base. Okay. All right.
Oh, picking up full
You
court.
see him?
That's their 4-man, I'm pretty sure, just bringing the ball up. This is the guy, I think he plays on their team. This must be, they're just scrimmaging against each other, I think.
I'm here.
That little guard's pretty good. That's dope. We can look at it a little bit now. All right, so we've talked about our pick and roll stuff quite a bit. It looks like they're in it looks like Mitch is like kind of jamming his guy so that TJass can go under. But if you're guarding the pick and roll, the main thing you can't do, maybe I'll bring my pin up just in case I need it. The one thing you can't do though is allow him to go baseline. You want to force him over the screen because that's where your help is. I'm assuming that's what their rules are. So ideally you would defend here and force him over because this is where your help is, over the middle. It doesn't look like they're icing it, otherwise TJass would be here and then Mitch would be helping here. So it looks like they're just in a normal pick and roll coverage. See what happens. Yeah, you don't want to give up. You don't want to force your help, right? You don't want to create those gaps. You don't want to force your help to have to help because now this skip pass is open and now this guy's open for one pass away because TJass let him get into this spot. If they wouldn't have helped in, that's probably a straight line drive for a layup. Good job. So a lot of people will look at that and be like, man, he got a great stop. And it's like, yeah, but if you're playing against a real team at this level, like your teammate had to come help so that he wouldn't get that straight line drive. That's an open three. If it's a player that can make this pass over here, that's an open three. So when you see these little instances like this,
Hey, go. Hey, Joe. Yeah, I'm here. I'm up. Hey, Joe. Get back.
better. Oh.
Outlet.
Yeah, let's see some offense. Nice. Attaboy, Mitch. Mitchie. Right. That's a good little move there. Yeah, 2 feet in the key. Play those little angles we talked about. Nice. Nice pass. As a point guard, like, this is, if you can't do this, like just draw two and then kick it on, sometimes that's enough space for a really good score, a really good player. Probably not going to try to make something happen off one pass necessarily, but to go from here and get into the next action, you can see Mitch is set up. Now going into a pick and roll, like they're behind quite a bit. He hesitates way too much, unfortunately, but sometimes as a point guard, like that's a good enough play. This ball is sticking way too long.
Good ass pass, Kyle.
Nice pass there. Good hands. Yeah, again, this is like just really going to hurt. That's a straight line drive to the basket. Again, Mitch having to dig down and force him to pick it up, but it's just, this is kind of what we're afraid of, right? Yes, he does get his hand on it, but again, this is I think this is a young player. This might be a young team, or it's their B team. You know, if that's an actual team that they're playing against, like that's a dunk.
Short.
Nice. Good look. Good little pickup. Actually, let's watch that again. It's a nice pickup. Gets the angle straight to the basket. Didn't really have a pass. And these are the ones where I would much rather a player shoot this, because you can't really drop that off. And you just hope that one of your guys gets the rebound because you drew some players. I mean, if that was just a normal miss, that would have been a dunk tip, but it took that extra bounce. Good shot. Nice. Good look. They don't get up on the pick and roll. Yeah. So you can't have both players just go under, right? And a switch. Terrible pick and roll defense, but if you're open, shoot it. It's a good look. Again, just look how much help. Like, this player cuts all the way through. This defender just stays. And he can't go baseline because there's a defender there. So it's like they're bringing two most times. Again, probably not going to hurt you here.
Is it
but
bonus?
Oh, they called a foul.
Base. Here we go, Sam. Stay.
Zoom action. Handoffs. Nice, got a mismatch. He's hooping. And we talk about this a lot, right? Good screen, good slip, created a mismatch. So you've got a big in the post with a guard on him, and you've got a guard on the wing with a big on him. Nice. I wish there was more of the. All right, so we get a drive. Yeah, just lost his player for a split second. Nice shot. I don't think he needed the help there, but we can't see the full play, so I don't know what happened. Another pick and roll. Got another switch. Jesus, at some point. You got to stay up, right? Forcing the drive. Now, as much as this is not great defense on the pick and roll, you still got to make the shot. Like, these are pretty impressive, regardless of who you're playing. You still got to make the shots. And I know a lot of guys that play professionally that still won't just dribble to the spot off the pick and roll and shoot it if the defense goes under.
Set it.
Heat check.
Set it.
When they're going in, these are great shots. If they're not going in, terrible shots, and no one else is touching the ball, the offense nothing's really happening. But if he were ever going to play pro, unfortunately, or fortunately maybe, this is what he would have to do. Like his separating factor, like what's his unique skill, would probably be a shot. He's not going to be a lockup man. He's not going to be a post player. He's not going to be, this would have to be his go-to thing. Got to get up another. You got to shoot another one. I was about to say. Damn. Foul.
Good shit, baby.
Nice. That's a nice little finish. Gets the angle. TJass has to help over. Ideally, he maybe help a split second sooner so that number 10 has to pick the ball up a dribble sooner, which gives the big a little bit of a better chance to block it. I mean, this is typical. This is what's going to happen a lot. Every game you're going to see this happen 20 times where you dig down. This is not bad, but he might have been, if he's guarding a shooter, you want to be aware. That's a nice finish. That's a really good finish.
Base.
Oh, being aware of time. That's another thing. Everything's probably moving really fast for him. Didn't realize the clock was running down. That's awesome. Oh, let's see what he says.
Not the other way around. Use your athleticism.
Oh, we got a swing into our pick and roll. Nice. A little action. A little baby hook we talk about that is a necessity if you're a big man.
Timmy.
Nice. Good look. Still pick and roll.
Just never touch it until we're organized, right?
Got you.
Because as soon as you touch it, they start counting 5 seconds, right?
I got you. Yes, coach. Thank you.
All those little tips. Those are all these things that he wouldn't have learned all these years because he's been doing YouTube instead of basketball. But like this stuff is like, this is so cool to see a behind the scenes of like someone who's not in that space have to try and fit in and then learning all this stuff on the fly. This is, I think it's awesome. I know a lot of people don't like that he's done this, but I don't know. I think it's cool. I probably would have not liked it if I were still playing. Now I'm an old man and just want to see everybody win. I think it's cool. Nice.
You see it?
Yeah, Jesus.
Base.
With the massive 3 to bring the lead down to 24. There's a lot of one-pass stuff, right?
Sign to the next. Dunk his ass.
Let's get to, can we get to after the game? Is this going to show the whole game?
Push it. Short.
And if you turn him, he'll go away.
Oh, this is where it
And if you get
starts.
into near the halfway line when you're about to turn him again, I might be able to come and jump it.
So when I'm
This is really good. Again, this is all just like little things that Mitch Creek's picked up over the years that understands like what helps a team, what are more things that you can do as a player. And he's exactly right. Like if you can, when you full court press, again, we were always taught like the zigzag dribbling, right? Like cut them off, run in front, cut them off, run in front, cut them off, run in front, cut them off. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. But no, you should actually be sending people onto the spots on the floor where you want them to go. So sending them to the corner and then cutting them off and keeping them in the corner is important. But just cutting them off and giving them the whole middle of the floor, like you don't want to do that. So he's telling him right now, like if you can pressure him, send him up the sideline, and then turn him back into me, we can get like a double. We can win a few possessions every game doing it.
looking for you, is it a quick turnaround to look for you? Like
If he inbounds it right now to the guy point guard here,
Yeah.
I would be on the inside. So you want to bring him to me first.
Okay.
Just lightly. Don't give him that lane, but just bring him towards me. And I'll be here like this.
Okay.
He'll come and he'll probably hesitate.
What about if we're not forcing middle though, and you're in the middle?
So let's say if you're there and I'm on that same sideline, I would be talking to you, but you got to know where I am when the ball gets in. But normally
This is
I'm just
awesome.
going to be opposite because they put a guy behind as a release pass.
I got you.
And what we want is the point guard to get rid of it, and then you deny the point guard, and I pressure the shit out of the 4-man.
Yep. So if you can get it back to the 4-man to bring the ball up or the 2 guard to bring the ball up, how many times, especially in high school, only the point guard is the one comfortable calling plays. If you make the 3-man bring it up or the 4-man bring it up, it takes a little bit longer to get into your offense. That's a win. Like if you can if you can win little spots like this, and Mitch Creek this is really good advice for someone like TJ, because these are the things he's going to have to do and be disruptive and be annoying and do this stuff the whole game to show his value.
Because there's not a lot of guys that can handle.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, that was really good. Okay, let's
Coach, how you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing good. Real good. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the conversation we have to have. So now, like when we first met, I told you, because you're an American, you're an import, you're going for one of 4 spots on a 10-man roster. And before we spoke to you, we actually already had our 4 Americans. You basically said you wanted to come and try it for a month. And I was like, we knew one of our Americans, Curtis, you haven't met him yet, we knew he wasn't going to be here in the first month. So on paper, it actually works really well. And that's kind of part of being a GM in the CEBL is like this. You have your original puzzle, and you lose pieces, and then you have this whole second puzzle, maybe even a third puzzle. And you like spend all your time managing these 3 puzzles, right?
Yeah.
So you fit in the puzzle right now, actually on paper, because Curtis is hurt. Now, are you better than Curtis? Could you help us more than Curtis? I don't know. Like this, when everybody's here, this is what we do as a staff, and we figure it out. But what I will say is you've earned the opportunity to be in that conversation.
Interesting. Okay. So, like I said, my thoughts. Do I think this is more positive or more negative for the basketball community? 100% more positive. It's not even close. I think it's cool behind the scenes. No one else is doing this, so I'm not expecting it to be perfect. But the part that is good is that it's just showing more people what it's like for, you know, a lot of professional players that aren't in the NBA, like what the life is like, what it's like behind the scenes. This is really good. The part I don't like, again, I think it was just a scrimmage. I think they were just playing against each other. So like my first pro basketball game, that's what this space is, the clickbaiting and all that. But that's kind of my issue with the industry as a whole. It kind of belittles a little bit like the guys that do play pro. So now there's going to be a lot of young people that are out there that think he's played a full pro season. There's going to be a lot of people that are like, oh, he went overseas and played in that league, so that league must not be very good. I think it just waters it down. For a lot of people, kind of does the opposite of what it's supposed to do. But again, you're not ever going to control those people anyways, so I think it's more positive than negative. I wouldn't consider this like I probably wouldn't consider him having played a professional season. But again, episode 4 coming soon. Maybe he can elaborate on that a bit more. And again, I think it was a kind of a publicity thing for the Bandits and for the CEBL, and I'm almost positive that their numbers would be far higher this year than they've probably been in the past. So I think it's probably a win-win, a little bit of a win-win for everyone. So I think it's fine. I don't really see too much of an issue with it. I just think I don't want young people to walk away with the impression of, because again, I think he played in the NBA Creator Cup or something, and everyone's like, no, he's injured, that's why he's not on the roster. And it's like, no, I think this was always set up for him to just come in, shoot some footage, like be on the team and do some behind the scenes stuff. I don't think it was ever intended for him to seriously play or anything like that, and I think that's okay. I wish it was a bit more transparent on that, but also I think it's fine. I think it's okay, because he's done this with college teams too. Like, I'm going to play for Wisconsin or whatever it was, and then he just goes to the practice and films a little bit. It's fine. I think it's fine. So anyways, thank you guys for sending it through. Go watch it. Go watch the whole thing. I'll watch the whole thing on my own, and looking forward to episode 4 coming soon. Anyways, see you guys in the next video, and take care.